Okay, so we're gonna do some collage here. Let's stop. Okay, I am Lisa Young, and I am going to show you how to do some collage. I have some old photos that have been copied that I have. So there's some Tim Holtz, and then there's some old photos that I've copied, and there's just a little bit of everything in here. So I have this tin of that. I have monoline. This is the Pigeon Letters version of. If you go to pigeonletters.com, I think that's she has a set of them, and this is the 3 and the 9. Then I have the gel pens in gold, silver, and white, and I have a brown Stabilo, so like a water-soluble brown crayon type thing. I have my watercolors, some brushes. I have little bits, so like some of this, this is tea bag strings. I have this is from a collage kit from my website. It's the collage kit, the floral page. I just kind of cut it all up into little botanicals that I could use for collage fodder here. And then I also have some painted flowers and leaves here that I could use as well. So I have a little bit of everything here to give me some selection. I have a Stays On black stamp pad. I have the Xyron sticker maker, and I have these pieces of these are from, I posted a video of how to make these off of the first video that I have is this one, that you make these collage sheets. Then I have another video showing you how I created these from this. And now we're going to use one of these on a page and create a journal page. So I think I want to use one of the vases, and I have this paper that I've just kind of cleaned off my brushes on that's brown, and I think the brown is a little too much. I'm trying to decide if I think that brown is a little too much, if maybe I should go with the black vase on this. I have these mugs, and I could do a mug too. So like if I had a tea mug, and then I have these tea strings that I could kind of create tea with, which I kind of like that too. But I really want to use one of these vases. Now that I created this vase thing, I'm stuck on it a little bit. So I think I'm just going to start laying this down. So these sheets, these collage sheets that I create are on sticker printer paper. So they're all ready to lay down onto my page here. I don't have to do much to them. So I'm just going to stick this down. I'm going to put my main subjects, and then I'm going to fill in from there. So I think I want, like, I don't know, a subject matter over here too. I kind of treat these as 2 different layouts, but then also as one. So I will create on this, but I kind of merge them, but they're cut, like this is kind of its own layout. So I look at it. So whenever you're looking at a page, how you work on the thirds, so you make sure the weight of your subject matter is in on a third. I do it here, and I do it here. So like if you cut this into thirds, the weight of the subject matter is down in this bottom center. On this one, I think I'm going to go into the corner here, the corner third. And so I think I might need to make this a little smaller maybe. So, or get a smaller piece. Or I have, ooh, you know what? I have those Tim Holtz dolls in here too. Those are great for this because they're already cut out. Let's see. I like him, but I'm trying to decide. Maybe I'll do her. Let me see. side. So I could do this over here. There. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to pause that for a second and then look at what I have for flowers and go through this. So I could have some of these sticking up. This. My idea was that it would be swooping, kind of a swooping. So maybe what I need to do is do some ink work. I love doing ink work, so we'll do that first. Let's do a 9 for the stems. So when I'm drawing the stems, I like to do a thicker tip just because it makes it so much easier. It just gives it a little more substantial, like some stability to it. And I kind of want to work over onto this page like that, and then kind of work like this, and kind of, I'm going to add like 5 different ones here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I think I'm going to take this one and go down like that. So this guy, he can have, you know, some sprouts like this. And then, and I just do a skeleton. Like, I'm not focused too much on anything other than trying to fill in the space a little bit. And so I'm going to take this and go like that. So if she's sitting here, that would frame her very nicely there. Let's see. And I could even make this kind of come up a little bit like that. I mean, it's abstract. It doesn't need to be perfect, right? It needs just to have some flair. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more little stems to these things just to kind of fill it out a little bit. Then I'm going to do some ink work on it. So one of the things that I like to do is where the lines meet, I like to add some weight to it. So like even a dot, or just, you can do a dot, or you can just kind of go over that line a little bit, just add some weight to it. I just think it adds some interest. And then make sure all my lines are kind of connected. This journal is super fat, so it's kind of getting to the point where it's like, Lisa, cut me some slack, get in another journal. But I really want to finish this one. I tend to make my journals really, really fat because I add so much to them, and so they bust at the seams a little bit. So I have my sketches that way. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some leaves to these little drawings here. So I'm going to add some leaves. I'm going to do this shape right now. And I think, and you can do little and big. So you could add whatever shapes. Like, I would vary the shapes. I wouldn't make them all the same size because I think it looks goofy for me. I like to do all different kinds of shapes and sizes. And even if I end up covering some of these up, I still do it, because I will end up covering these up. And you think, why did she do so much work on this if she's just going to cover them up? I don't know. It just works for me. I don't know. I just think it works. So here we might need a little one here and a big one here. And I just kind of go through and I add all these. And then if I see someplace that I feel like needs another one, then I do that. And I work off the page too. So I don't just keep them on the page. And so that one kind of got a little wonky, but I just still go with it. I leave my mistakes just because, for one, I feel like when they're a part of a big picture, they're fine. And then the other part of it is that I think it adds character to the final piece. And then, so I go like that. So now you can see it's filling in. And I could go in and add color to these if I wanted to. I could put some green on them. I could add some watercolor. But I don't think I want to. I think what I'm going to do is just add some little lines to these. It adds, I don't know if I need the 3, if I could just keep going with the, I'm gonna try this 9 and see if I could keep going with it. Sometimes I can get this 9 to work with nice little sprigs and sometimes I can't. It just depends. Okay, and then I'm adding some weight to the bottom of this here. And then I just kind of, I have an ink drawing tutorial on here and I talk about these little marks that I make. So that might be a good place to start if you have not, if you need help with ink botanicals. I would go there. It's a nice place to start if you need some help with the marks. Some of these are getting difficult to create. I think that's part of the reason the small pen isn't working, is because it's really hard to get in here whenever it's so full. I think I'm a glutton for punishment to do drawing on the big old thick journal. So I add these little marks to the bottom and to the top, and I do it throughout all of the botanicals. So I'll just keep going here. I'm going to shush for a second while I do this. Okay, so now that I have those, I'm gonna glue this girl over here. Put her, well, I'm gonna maybe put her a little higher here. Press. Because I think I might could do something at the bottom of there. Let's see what we got here. So now I'm going to grab my florals and start seeing if I can find places to put these. Hang on a second here. I'm gonna get them all together, which kind, like kinds with like kinds. Whoops. So I have sort of like kinds, I guess. So I'm putting roses together, and these funky flowers together and then these tall flowers together so that they're in a, you know, like types of flowers together. And then I have these leaves, these other flowers. And so, oh, that's a rosish flower. Let's see what we got here. Just so I can see clearly what I've got. Okay. Now I'm going to pull these out of the frame here so that I can work on this. So I'm going to pull these over, they're going to be out of screen here, but I'm just going to kind of pull them to the side and see what I can do with this. There. Sorry, I'm throwing my flowers everywhere. Okay. I'm going to put the leaves in this and put it to the side. So I have this, and I could paint on here, but I like the idea of layering some flowers in here. Just layering, taking and putting layers of glued florals on this. I think it's kind of fun. I also have some of these that I can maybe place in place. So like I can put this one here. That there. I don't know. Let's see, I'm going to pull those back. What about this? Layering in some of these. So maybe this, pull some of these out and add some of, nope. That's gonna need to be like that, I think. And this, I maybe put, and swap some things around here. Trying to balance this one out a little bit because it's not looking very balanced to me. I'm wondering about and I might need to fill in some things here. I think I'm going to start with this one and then just see where I fill after that. So I'm going to put this here, and it has some of those growing. I might need to pull some of them this way. And then I think this one needs to go here. And then I'm kind of going to pull these off for a second while I look at these and just see where I may want to pull these in. Like that, maybe. There. And then this one right here. Now fill in with some of these. And I'll put this one. I really would like it up here somehow. I don't know. I'm kind of confused about where I want to put this. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to cut the rest off of that, and I'm going to make that fit. And then I'm going to put this here and this here. Okay, now I'm going to go around and glue up some of these edges. some of them just to get them to hold. And now I'm going to go through and make them fit more solidly. And then this one is not sticking very well here. Okay, so now that I have this, I want to do something right here. And I almost think like that will be good. I do have these leaves that I could kind of tuck in places too and add, you know, a different type of thing too if I wanted to. Let's see. Or maybe even that way. That one that way. This one this way. Oh, that might be interesting. Let's do it. You know, if I don't love it, I'll know next time not to do it that way, but I just want to experiment and play and just see what I see. I don't know. I just want to see what it looks like. I was thinking, how bad can it be? It's just in a journal. You're just playing around. This is a place to play around and make mistakes and enjoy yourself. So I'm all for I'm going to cut that tip of that off right there. There. And then this thing is going to be it kind of is up. And then I'm going to take this here, lay it on this, and then that there. When the journal shuts, this stuff will glue better. So like when I close the journal, this stuff seems to flatten out and hold better. All right, so now I have this. And one of the things I want to do is add some marks, some more stems and leaves, just kind of around some of these botanical, the florals that we put on here, even like up here. This is a lighter pen, but I think I'm going to keep going with it. And then like here, I think we need to connect it somehow. That is not working out. I need to turn that around. I'm gonna have to switch pins. This one is just not wanting to ink very much. And then grab this one here. up and look at it. Kind of kooky and fun. It's not my normal thing, and so I'm just enjoying it right now, just kind of doing something different than I normally do. It's still in the same range. It's still vintage papers. It's still watercolor. It's still collage, but it's just a little different, and I think it's kind of fun. I'm almost thinking that maybe over here I need something right there, but maybe like a fallen flower of some sort. Maybe just like that. That's kind of off the page that I can cut, or just a little, I think I'll just do like that. Something like that on the actual base there. Like that. There we go. Okay. I like it. It's something different. I stepped out of my comfort zone. So it was fun. I had a good time with it. And I like that we're using a bunch of different mediums. I might go in and add some marks with this, but for right now, I'm going to let it set. A lot of times whenever I'm finished with something, I have to walk away and come back to it later. So I think I'm going to come back to it later, and I might need to add something right in here, like just even adding another leaf. I'm thinking that fills that spot just how I need it to. And maybe one more right there. Okay. Anyways, I kind of like it. It's been fun. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.